Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Waking Amy. It's a game by Martian Media. It is on Kickstarter, aiming to raise $10,000. You can reserve your digital copy for $5. I'm quickly talking over the intro here because it kicks right into a very important intro cinematic to let you understand what's going on. So with that said, let's watch it and then I'll talk more about the game.
Amy, you should try getting out of your head sometimes.
Nah.
So Amy's obviously very imaginative child, that or one who needs to take her medication immediately. And that is the introduction. Again, it is a 2.5D action platformer. They say it's inspired by the likes of Super Meat Boy, Braid, Crash Bandicoot, and others. So let's go ahead and hop right in. Keep in mind, this is a very early alpha demo. You will see some oddities. This is very, very early on, folks. So again, keep that in mind when you're watching. I believe it's scheduled to come out March of next year, March 2014. So, as you can see, we start here. We can run very quick. She's a very speedy little girl and can jump pretty darn high as well. Now, one thing right away that I will say, and I've already played through this demo, is that the jumping feels a little delayed. Let me move my mouse. Sorry about that. You don't use the mouse at all in this game, as far as I can tell. Oh, and you're going to fall in. But the mouse, or the jumping seems a little delayed. It seems like there's a slight hiccup between when I press jump and when I actually jump. It could just be me, but I like to think that it's not. So here we're noticing every time we jump on one of these, it turns these things green. So my experience has taught me that you want everything to be green. And there we go. There's a strange man climbing a ladder. Gonna turn on the aquarium here, I guess. Turn the light on. I do love aquariums. So obviously we are kind of stuck inside of her head right now. She's been in a horrible accident, obviously in a coma. Oh, hello. We jumped in with this bizarre toothy jellyfish.
Amy will be monitored with the world's most up-to-date advanced medical technology. I see you've noticed my machine over here. I invented this very machine here to communicate with the sleeper's subconscious experience, all while closely monitoring the results. In every trial, I've been able to interact with and awaken the target sleeper. If you sign here, with your permission, together, we can wake Amy.
Yes, anything.
Why don't you give it a try? Just go ahead up there, push the button on the right, and say whatever you want.
Amy, can you hear me?
Now again, the voice acting is a little off, but again, early demo. It's not awful, but could use a little work, but it's early on, folks. I love that. That looks so messed up, yet so awesome at the same time. Let's see if you remembered. I rebound my attack key. Yes, I did. Okay. So we go back to the platforming parts, and as always, you are encouraged to break things, which I always enjoy. And you got some things going on in the background. Oh, barely made that jump. Had a little odd slowdown there, but hey, again, I know I keep saying it's Alps. Oops. I probably shouldn't jump into this thorny spiked fish. All right, my timing is obviously amazing. Let's just jump over. There we go. And there are these bits where you kind of run towards the camera. I like that. It mixes it up a bit. Hopefully that gets used more in the full game. If it does get fully funded, which I hope it does. Which, to be fair, I kind of hope all games get fully funded. So we have a slide attack that we can do if we run. These guys have a pretty good tail, pretty big tail that they're about to attack. So I can kind of duck in and out. Oop. And it looks like that blue meter, you have the red and the blue meters at the top. Oops. Thought he was dead. Yeah, the blue and red meters at the top. The red is your health. Blue seems to be some kind of like a rage build-up type thing, where once you build it up all the way, you start doing electrical attacks, which I'm assuming that's the jellyfish on your head, helping to contribute to that. And I'm assuming that you do more damage. And I'm also kind of got electrical spark shooting. And he did seem to get knocked down a lot easier that time, so I think you do more damage that way. Hurrah! Now, reading through the Kickstarter, these guys, two big things stuck out to me. Was one, they wanted to make it so that the puzzles weren't like, okay, this is the puzzle, and this is the one way to complete it. They want to focus on allowing the player more freedom to beat the puzzles however they want. Obviously, there's always going to be a limited number of ways to beat a puzzle. But they wanted to change from this method we have now where it's pretty much there's one way to beat a puzzle, and that's it. So that will be very interesting to see if they can pull that off. I actually did explore down here. I don't think there was anything. No. Okay. I've also found a few kind of hidden areas. Most of them didn't have anything yet, but again, I assume that it might change. So if you drop down here, this thing pops up, but you can drop over here, but you can't make that jump. You just die. So I would be very interested to see if there's more of that in the game. I love finding hidden areas. If you've watched my other reviews and other Let's Plays, then you will know that I love exploring levels and finding hidden items, little hidden bonuses, things like that. Okay. But we got a pirate ship coming up full of starfish shoulders. I love the look of those starfish shoulders, by the way. You can slide and knock this guy down and get some free hits. Oop. Ow. And run into his sword. That generally is not a good thing. Oop. Slide, knock him down again. Ah, okay, I see. When you get the charged up, when your blue gets maxed out, you get the electrical attack. They use like a one-time attack. Now this is a bit tricky. You can hang on walls, which I really like. And we can hop right on up, Ninja Gaiden style. Every time there's any kind of wall climb or wall grab and you can jump up the wall, I immediately think Ninja Gaiden because I'm very, very old. So last time I went up to the left side. This time I might go up this way. If I can. Oh, nope, I cannot. So we will go up this side. Now this part I had a little problem with before off camera because of the slight jumping delay, or at least what my perception of it is, I had some issues where I would think I was jumping, but I actually was waiting just like a quarter of a second too long. Again, it's not a huge difference, but it's noticeable to me. So if that's a real issue, hi folks, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. The demo actually crashed at the end and lost some of my footage because I actually played through the rest of the demo, which I will, actually do now. Whoops. As you can see, I'm just past where it stopped recording. So let's go ahead and progress on. And what I'll do is there's a kind of a mini boss fight at the end of this demo. And what I'll do is I'll stop during that, give my final thoughts, beat the boss, and then do it such that you guys can see the ending of the demo. It's not very far now. And I've forgotten what I've talked about that would have been covered. I know what I was talking about before around this area was that I like the idea of going through areas where you are basically exploring what could be going on inside a child's imagination, as many of us, well, all of us have either A, been there, or B, are there now. Can imagine there's a lot of possibilities there that we can go through. So those blowing up boxes obviously hurts the shark, and we can do damage to him as well and dodge these delicious looking goldfish, which I don't know why you would dodge those. I would be purposely trying to get them. Oop. Knock him back. Alright, I'm going to actually pause it there because, again, after this boss fight goes, we'll see the ending of the demo, and then the demo crashes. Again, keep in mind, it is a early demo. So if you're interested in this, definitely check out the Kickstarter and support this game. I think it has potential, even though potential is kind of a... Honestly, it's kind of a weasel word. It's kind of a cop-out because everything has potential, right? I like the fact that developers talked a lot about they want two big features that struck out to me was the one you can beat puzzles or progress through challenges various ways. It's not like, here's the puzzle, here's how to beat it, that's all. There's going to be multiple ways to beat puzzles and progress. And secondly, they wanted to put a emphasis on combat, making it varied, building your own combos, things like that. I'm kind of envisioning something like Guacamelee, where it's freeform combos, not, you know, more of God of War type combos, right? Where you hit X, Y, Y, X for a combo. It's more knock them into the air, do this combo, bounce them off a wall, things like that. That's what I would like to see, and hopefully they deliver on that. So we're still going to beat this, but I just want to get my thoughts out there real quick. Again, the links are in the description below. Let me know if you check it out. Let me know if you support it. I'd like to check back on this video. I think it's going to be coming out March of 2014 is their current release date. Again, it is going to be, it's guaranteed to be released, if they assuming they reach their $10,000 goal, it's released on Windows, Linux, and Mac, as well as Android, Ouya, and iOS if it reaches its stretch goals. So with that said, let's go ahead and beat this gigantic, yet kind of friendly looking shark. But again, remember, we're in a child's mind here. I really like the whole jellyfish thing and morphing into various versions of yourself as creatures. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Again, very, very childlike. Hell, I do that now. Is that embarrassing to admit? No, I don't. I'd like to think it's not. I also like how they tie in the pictures of you in the past. For example, here, it's got a picture of your mother taking a picture of you at obviously some kind of a farm or something like that, which will obviously play into probably
Go
at
home
the
and
next
get
level.
some rest. I'll call you before we start the first session tomorrow.
Will she be alright?
You'll know more tomorrow.
I love you, Amy. Please, be strong.
Also, remember you can reserve your digital copy for $5 on the Kickstarter. Just throwing that out there.
How naive of me. I guess I did underestimate this one. Monsters, minions, creatures? Oh, now this on the other hand.
Wow, what an evil jerk. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's about to crash. And I will see you next time.